All right, so we're going to begin our Bioelements Youth Renewal Massage by applying our citrus fruit massage oil with a Bioelements treatment brush. And starting from the V area of the chest and working up the face, along the jawline, the cheeks, and then we'll do a nice figure of 8 around her eyes and the forehead. So the rest of my oil is going to go on my gloved hand. I'm going to rub my hands together to distribute the oil and also warm up my hands a little bit. And then we're going to begin the massage with a spreading motion, starting from the temples. So I'm going to slide down the neck, out across the V area of the chest. I'm going to scoop around, back up the sides of the neck to the maxillary, and then split the lips and the chin with alternating hands. Slide up either side of the nose to the eye sockets, press and hold. And then we're going to circle the eyes, each time coming up a little higher on the forehead until the entire forehead is covered. And then from the eye sockets, we're going to go back down. So now we are ready to begin the massage, and we're going to start from the sides of the face, and we're going to circle down, out, across the V area again, back up to the maxillary, press, and then I'm going to repeat this movement 2 more times. And again, and 3. Now when we get up to the jawline, I'm going to switch over to my knuckles. And now we're going to knuckle up to the top of the cheeks. And when I bring my hands back down, I'm going to swoop underneath her jawline. So in real time, it's going to look like this. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to repeat the same movement with the tips of our fingers. 1, 2, and 3. And from here, let's get that hair out of the way, we're going to switch to our ring finger and press down on either side of the nose and hold. 2 and 3. And now we're going to circle up the sides of the nose to the eye sockets and press, slide up to the corners of the eyes and press around, and we're going to repeat this entire sequence 2 more times. And around. And then the next movement is going to be a pinch and press right at the third eye. And you'll notice that my ring finger is on the forehead with the thumbs, and my middle finger is just resting here. So we're going to press, and then I'm going to pull out across the brows to the corners. And then circle with my ring finger under the eyes. And press and pull. Let's do that again, 1 more time. And press and pull. Now for the next movement, we're going to go back up to the forehead, and we're going to do lateral circles out across the forehead with our 3 middle fingers, total of 3 times. And then we'll go ahead and transition over to the temples, press, hold, release, and off. All right, we're going to begin phase 2 of our Bioelements Youth Renewal Massage. So from the temples, we're going to slide down the sides of the neck. We're going to scoop around. I'm going to get underneath her shoulders, underneath the back of her neck, and I'm going to cup underneath her head on the occipital ridge, and I'm going to lean back and pull. So I'm kind of tilting her head up a little bit towards the ceiling. And then from there, I'm going to slide back down the sides of the neck, and we're going to do some shoulder presses. Our clients love this one. So we're going to press, hold for 3, and then meet in the middle of the V area and press down towards the table. And 3, and now we're going to effleurage, hand over hand, starting from the V area of the chest, working our way up the neck. And now we're going to start on the right side of the face, go underneath to the left side, and then back to the right, and I'm going to transition onto the forehead and continue that hand over hand right into the hairline. Now don't worry if you get oil in the hair. In fact, it's actually a really good oil treatment. Your hair will be nice and conditioned and shiny. Now we're going to transition back to the temples, and we're going to slide down, and we're going to do a second occipital tug. So get up underneath the head one more time, and lean back. Hold for 3. Now without breaking contact, I'm going to switch back over to my fingers, slide down with my fingers supporting underneath the jawline and my thumbs are free. And now we're going to circle the chin with our thumbs, and then we're going to do nice upward lifting circles. This is an area where we tend to lose firmness, and we're going to repeat this entire sequence a total of 3 times. And again, lifting, lifting, lifting. And now we're going to go right into the next movement, which is to slide down, scoop up to the cheeks, right underneath the zygomatic bone, slide to the temples, press, and again, slide down, scoop up, slide, and one more time, slide down, scoop up, transition to the temples, and now we're going to do a very nice, slow figure of 8 using our ring finger, nice and slow and rhythmic, relieving that tension. And then I'm going to switch over to the corners of the eyes, and I'm going to slide underneath the eyes up to the corners of the brows and press, and I'm going to pinch out along the brows. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Now we're moving lymphatic fluid. When you get to the corners of the eyes, we're going to swing back up, press in the corners of the brows, and now we're going to do some very deep pressure ironing movements with our flat hands. We carry so much tension here, don't we? Back and forth, total of 3 times. And then we're going to transition our hands back to the temples. We're going to slide down to the tip of the chin, and then with my fingers, I'm going to pull up till I get underneath the zygomatic bone, and then I'm going to curl my fingers inward to really have a nice lift and press. With my hands, I'm going to pivot my thumbs over to the right side of the face to position myself for the next movement, which is some very intense forehead slides with the flat of my thumbs back and forth. So we're ironing out the wrinkles because she has so many wrinkles on her forehead. But you know what? Even someone who's in their 20s, you know, they can get dehydration lines and worry lines. We're under a lot of pressure, aren't we? So we're sliding back and forth, and then we're going to transition our hands over to the temples, flip over to our knuckles, and then we're going to do some nice, slow pulse movements to move the lymph, move excess fluid down and out, and pulse. And again. Now, I'm going to move my knuckles laterally, and I'm going to bring the right hand to meet the left, and then we're going to knuckle back and forth. Nice and slow. You don't want to rush this. Back and back. And once again, and back to the temples. Now, I'm going to split my hands like this on both sides and put my hands around her ears like this, because now I need to move the fluid this way. So starting from the ears, I'm going to wrap my fingers around the jawline, and I'm going to slide all the way down to the chin, press, and hold for 3. Now, with my right hand, my left hand staying where it is, I'm going to come around on the left side of the neck and down, around the shoulder, out across the V area of the chest, back around, up the right side of the neck to the starting point, and press. Now I'm going to repeat this on the other side. My left hand comes around, down the right side of the neck, around the right shoulder, and back. around the left shoulder, back to the starting point, and press. Now I'm going to take her head and transition it over to the left. I'm going to support her jawline with my left hand, and then with my right hand, the heel of my right hand, I'm going to iron down her shoulder and press. And I'm pulling up with my left hand. So here's what it looks like in real time. It's press and slide back. And again. And back. This will be your client's favorite movement, I promise you. And back. Now transition the head over to the other side, supporting the jawline, and I'm repeating it. Press. Using the heel of my hand, press, and back. Again, press, and back. One more time, press, and back. Transition back to the center, and then from the temples, we're going to slide our hands down. When you get to the center of the V area, we're going to press and hold for 3. And then we're going to circle out, nice deep pressure, out across the V area. I'm going to circle around. Now here, I'm going to get my hands underneath her back. So you want to kind of support her. And she's a little bitty thing, so I could just get my hands right underneath here. My hands will be on either side of her spine. Now what I want to do is slide back and forth. So any tension that she has in her back will be gone. Now, if you have a larger client and you can't get your hands all the way underneath her, don't struggle with it. In that case, you would just want to keep your hands more on the back of the shoulders, right at the trapezius, and just kind of work this area here, okay? Now, when we're finished sliding back and forth, I'm going to get both of my hands in position, and then I'm going to slide them up and back, cup the occipital ridge and hold, and then slowly transition off the back of the head, and this will finish phase 2 of our massage.